Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Just give me a second while we put a link out on Discord and Twitter, and we'll have a little bit of hello people, shall we? A little bit of housekeeping for today's stream. I do have COVID. I might have to stop and start taking some coughing breaks, so I will mute the mic. I'm not just going to cough down your guys' ears, so just bear with me if we're a little bit quiet for some points today. But otherwise, we can have a little bit of hello people. And to those that are watching this back as a VOD as well, thank you. We'll be looking forward to 2 hours of Ilos action. But who do we have in? We have Jennifer, Rune, Durgan, Everett, Stuart, Justin, Rahil, Lizard, Claire, Nicole, DJ, Josh, and Andre. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Saturday. How are you all? Is everyone having a good weekend? We're actually looking at Ilos from a different perspective here, and we never see it from this mountain top. It's looking all right, isn't it? It is looking all right. Let me adjust my microphone here a little bit too. Hey, Jared. You're awake for a stream, you are, matey. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, but either way, we will get started. So I'm going to fly over to the mall that we did last time. There's a little bit of detailing I want to bring into this area as well, and then also bring out the diagonal road, add another junction into this, and sort out this metro line as well. There's a little bit of admin that needs to be done, and of course, if we have time, we will jump into Google Earth and see if we can find something to take inspiration from. But let's get started with some of the mall stuff, shall we? Okay, so I shouldn't have surface painted this. Realised after I recorded the episode. So that error, I fixed it, and now it's back. So I'm not entirely sure what it is that's causing it to misbehave. It's not as frequent as sometimes it totally stops. It's a bit of a weird one. I have totally reinstalled everything as well. Went through all the mods last night. And which, coincidentally, actually fixed the plane issue that we were having last week as well. You know, when the planes wouldn't land at the municipal airport? Uninstalling all the mods and then reinstalling them did actually allow some planes to take off, but hopefully the curse of the streamer isn't live tonight, so we can actually see them land. That would be tremendously helpful, but it is working now at least. That seems to have fixed it. Hey Badge, Brad, welcome in, mate. Bare necessities of relentless work. You've been busy there? It's nice to have you here, buddy. 46 degrees, Drew. Where do you live? That's insane. That would 100% be poached eggs in that sort of heat. I guess fried, right? See, now it's doing it all the time. Why is it doing that? Super weird. Anyway, we'll just have to deal with it until I can fix it. So yeah, these little overgrown sections that are behind the kind of mall assets. And I think what I might do as well today is bring in a kind of a little back access point here, maybe where we can have the sort of delivery vans enter, because at the minute they are sort of driving through the doors, which looks ridiculous. So we'll probably do something with that as well, I imagine. It's probably maybe a few too many palms. Let's trim one out, I think. See what we think of that. You're in New York, Drew. God, you get 46 degrees in New York. Oh, wait, is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? I guess it depends, right? I guess it depends. Just passing through to say hi. We have a good stream, working on car today, so having to miss today's stream. No worries, G. I will catch you later, buddy. Good luck with the car repairs. Did we try the floating garden? No, we didn't, E6. We didn't. We just started, mate. Yes, the floating garden. The floating garden. It's a unique, isn't it? Where is it? Is this one? Yeah, it's massive, Eggsy. It's going to fill the whole lake, mate. It's huge. This is the one I thought you were talking about, but I don't know, I'm not sold. I'm not sold on that. What do you guys think? Eggsy was giving it beans in the Discord last night about including this building in the mall, but I think it's too big, right? What do we think? We could replace this island with it, and then just have this as the water feature for this area, I suppose. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, right? I'll have to wait and see. Mall is awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it, dude. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I still wonder, I don't know if you said in the past and still not paying attention, but I wonder where are you from, Egg? Originally, I'm from near Manchester, but I lived in London and I now live in the Lake District. In the northwest of England, that is. Too big? Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is too big. Hey, if you can do, welcome in. Looks good to me. I don't know exactly. It's kind of, it's sort of selling me. I do like the interiors. It's the outside that's a bit garish, isn't it? I don't know. We'll leave it in. we'll see how it settles on us. Maybe it just wants... Okay, hold on. Let me try and fix this live now, because this did fix it last time. Let me try and clear all traffic, because last time that did fix the bug. Hopefully that will fix it. It's becoming incredibly irritating. But come on with Anarchy. And sort of centralize it within the lake. We'll see how it grows on us. Let's turn the day-night cycle off as well. There we go. Okay, so the idea of some sort of secondary entrance point for the goods vehicles to get inside the mall instead of using the main entrances is something I want to explore. So there's a little concrete yard out here, and that would work well. And I'm thinking... let's actually do it this side instead. Sort of about there. Need to delete some of these as well. Might just actually delete this section. No, we don't. That looks really weird. Let's not do that. We need to copy and paste these because they are actually classed as uniques. There we go. Think a lot better centralized. Yeah, I think it does, Josh. We'll leave it in and see what we think. E6 is staking his reputation on it looking good, so we'll wait and see. Okay, let's come straight through, and then all you guys can slightly jiggle over, hopefully. Might have to lose an asset here, I think. Let's actually take away the down and out burger. And we can slide everyone up now. Probably include a new asset in here now if we want. We've got the room for it. Only a small one though. Probably something from Green Cities I imagine will slide in nicely here. Let's try that. Little container cafe. Yeah, that's the one, isn't it? That's the one. Some of these would be really cute up against the lakefront actually. We should have a look at these today. Let's just do it now while we're here. Yeah, like in these spaces. They should still register as connected. Again, we'll want to position appropriately with move it. Like that. So rather than using props every time to decorate the lakefront, we can just drop in a little Green Cities asset like that. It's right against the road, so it's going to fit. Happy days indeed. Welcome Sagan, Mehmet, Velix. Welcome to the stream, guys. How are you all? Agree with replacing the island. Adam is a fan of the cafe as well. I mean, I'm always happy to have uniques over here, right? It's going to draw more people. No, we'll leave it in for the stream and just see if it grows on us. So let's do some traffic manager work here now. So we want to go for vehicle restrictions. So again, still no pedestrian traffic, but I will allow all the goods vehicles and emergency services ones to come through this area. Likewise, we can now ban pedestrian traffic and goods deliveries here, and yeah, probably emergency services vehicles too, I think. We won't get any public transport coming through here anyway. Yeah, let's get rid of all them, and then one more for the front. And wonderful. Okay, so that should now force all the goods vehicles that want to come into the mall into kind of the goods entrance, if you like, and there's probably some industrial props we can start dropping around here now to give it that sort of industrial back entrance theme, maybe where a lot of the deliveries are dropped off at. For which an industrial road might actually work better for this. It's a possibility. There is a 1-unit industrial road, which does look quite cute, to be fair. I think we might run with that. Yeah, okay. Let's bring that out. Let's come off the road guideline as well. Start bringing some initial frames. I think we'll upgrade this section into Artlife Path. There we go. So imagine lots of container assets are going to work nicely here. Let's come into our industrial props and see what we can see. We've got 66 people here. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend, wherever you are in the world. Okay. few of these. There's no alligators in Arizona. Is that related to something, Jennifer? Or are you just sort of stating facts? It's only really Florida in the US that gets alligators, isn't it? Don't really want to use too many shipping containers, only a few. Got some pallets in as well. Some of these. We have a prop line tool here. Yeah, it's going to be easier, isn't it? Let's go for 3 rows of these. I do very much need to start doing more prop detailing in Ilos, because at the minute it's very much sort of node detailing. Got to be careful of that node count eventually. Oh, Sarganas, did they? Oh yes, of course, yeah. Do they have alligators in Arizona? Would be fun to have some wildlife props if they exist in the pond. Be a dangerous place to have alligators, mate. Right in the middle of an open air mall. But yes, I appreciate the aesthetic. What are these? Some sort of crate looking numbers. Okay. Start breaking the patterns as well. I always feel like you're just spoilt for choice with all these industrial props. It's like, where do you even start putting them? It's just too much fun to have. So we can get some boxes and stuff as well. Some more broken planks. Definitely have some decals to go in here too. Lots of kind of cracked vibes if we need. Especially where the containers are sat. Yeah, so clearing traffic hasn't fixed that issue again. It's extremely temperamental. So last night I uninstalled every mod and every asset and then re-downloaded them all in an attempt to fix it. Loaded up and started playing and it fixed it. And now of course I'm streaming, it's back again. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. You're soothing streaming. Perfect background whilst I'm recording for myself. Glad to help, Waylander. Glad to help, buddy. Are you some sort of like train channel? Because I noticed you have like the English train station logo as your username. And your channel kind of sounds like a travel channel as well. So I'm not really sure. Wayland wondering if you are. I feel like a little barrier would be appropriate at this entrance to the mall. Purely just to kind of stop pedestrians from just wandering in. Not that we ever encounter that problem in cities, but we can pretend to be authentic, right? I wish the error at least told what the problem was. I know it'd be helpful, wouldn't it? It's like, we have an error, but we're not going to tell you what it is, and we'll just leave you to figure it out yourself. That's okay. Thanks for the help, City Skylines. Yeah, still a weird one. Would generic industry zoning be used for decoration here? I feel like if we stick towards maybe some of the warehouse looking vibes, we can get away with it. Possibly. I'm not massively sold on that yet though. Bring that over. Don't like the way it says laminate floors on the front. Can I bob that away? I'm gonna guess not. No, I won't be able to, will I? Okay, let's get this on its way, isn't it? It's not amazing, but we can hopefully bring it together a little easier. I feel like I'm definitely missing out on a lot of industrial props. I've only really got containers and sort of freight liners and stuff. Nothing else outside that. I could do some like light industry props, really. Maybe get in. Some more barrels over here. Okay, I think just a little speck of industrial props in that space there is not going to be too bad. We can also do something similar out here as well, which hopefully we can recreate with another little road. And this way. It is very cool seeing the little industrial trucks enter this way now. Like they have a proper designated freight entrance. I do like that. Slightly more clever use of this space behind the plopped assets as well. I do train stuff on Lego. Okay. I guess trains at least. The luxury of having the Steam version of Cities Skylines must be amazing. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Definitely the best version of it. Cities Skylines is like if you don't know what you're doing wrong, I'm not going to tell you. I know, yeah, it is, isn't it? It's like there's a problem, but we're not going to tell you what it is. Good luck figuring it out, bitch. It just leaves me to it. Like, thank you. Appreciate the support. Yeah, these Rico buildings. See, that's quite loading bay-ish, isn't it? But it's a bit big for this. Bit big. Yeah, these are all too big. All too industrial looking for really the vibe that I'm after. How about some vanilla industry? I wonder. I wonder if vanilla industry is here. Yeah, see, that's kind of more appropriate. It's like a little sort of warehouse shed that almost looks as though it's part of the same building. So they have like a warehouse on the back where all their beer and food is delivered and whatnot. Okay, it actually creates a report of the error somewhere, but you still need to be able to read coding. Yeah, it doesn't help me, Exy. Can't read coding. Can't read coding at all. So I'll just keep trying it. I'll keep trying different things until it goes away. It's also tied to game speed as well. The faster your game, the more times it happens. It's very weird. Yes, I am happy with those. They're definitely not too horrendous, and that's going to give us a little bit of industrial sort of freight spacing in the mall as well, which I think I'm happy with. Okay, fantastic. So I also want to carry on plopping in. Oh, I love this bit as well. Can we get a little bit of appreciation for the Apple Store? And the little span around Green Cities cafes. So good. What a great asset that is. That's the Apple San Francisco store on the workshop, in case anyone's wondering. Amazing. So good. Okay, so definitely feeling some further Green Cities placements alongside the Waterfront Mall. And we will have opportunities to place these. We'll just have to find a place where they belong. Such as out here. You can perhaps sit along one of these corners. Something like that. Okay, I have the Steam version, but I play it on the TV with the PS4 controller sometimes. Micro stuff like this is easier on the computer, but sometimes just want to hang out on the couch. Yeah, I might get that, Rich. I do miss that kind of kit back and relaxed sort of gaming vibe because I'm mainly playing PC these days, so I don't really sit in front of a big TV and a couch anymore, for gaming anyway. But yeah, I can appreciate that vibe. Hey Milo, welcome to the stream. If your candy loves the Apple Store, yes please, if you say. Nice, isn't it? Okay, is there any sort of bits of lake that are looking a little bit underwhelming? This one for sure. Let's see if we can bring this one in. Oh, this one's slightly deeper, isn't it? That's fine. It'll be okay. Just turn it to the side. I could actually even possibly bring in a little bit of... Well, that is affecting my terraforming though. We should be careful of that. Ooh, hold on. There's a pathway here, isn't there? Yes, there is. Okay, we can even do some repeated Green Cities action to frame the pathway where people are going to be walking through. Comes with its own little planters as well, which is going to help us decorate, okay? It's not too bad. I think I can get on board with that. Brad Stanton with the $20 Australian super chat. Thanks for another week of Cities OE. Thank you for another week of watching, Brad. Really appreciate the super chat, buddy, and all the support. Thank you for being up so late to watch the streams. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, I'm down with that. I feel like we're missing out on some of the smaller Green Cities. So what about these ones? Oh yeah, see this one's quite lengthy, isn't it? I feel like the table should be facing the water, actually. Are we happy with that? Oh, clipped into the cafe. I hate the burger bite sign. Even the big bite sign, even. I bet we can't bob that away, can we? Street lamp, trash can. No, they're the billboards. Door marker. Oh yes, yes, big bite sign. Goodbye. Amazing. Massively helpful. There we go. Would a bridge over the lake work? Actually, I did want to try some elevated zoo path, didn't we? Yeah, I was thinking of including it in the episode, but I thought I was kind of taking the piss with it, so I was like, no, just leave it. And then I had like 3 comments saying like elevated zoo path would have worked really nicely here. For God's sake. Can't win. Okay, let's turn off our snap-ins. It's going to be pretty awkward to bring in, I think. Let's just come off to angle snap-in. So I can get a stretch of it in there so people can cross back and forth. You have ME? Are you referring to Mass Effect or you as a person, Jared? Not entirely sure. But if you are referring to Mass Effect, yes, I do have Mass Effect. Oh, it's... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, this is okay, yeah. I was like, no, I'm going to be... Oh, wait, yes, they are going to walk through the leaves, though, aren't they? Oh, actually, are they? No, I think that's enough clearance. That should be okay. Could do with seeing someone walk through. Yeah, that's high enough. They're just about clearing it. Didn't realise the Sims are actually that small. There you go. So yeah, let's bring them into the space between the road and the key, and then this should just allow us to repeat those very soft measurements as we come back down to earth with the zoo path. Something like that. What is the mod that tells you the measurements when you scale a road? That is called Precision Engineering, Illinois Rail Enthusiast. I will give you the measurements. It also comes with some new snapping features as well if you hold like control and shift and stuff while you're playing with it. What do we think of the elevated zoo path? Is it too much? I did admit it because I thought it would just be too much and annoying. Like, oh, there's Egg again. Using nothing but elevated zoo pathway. I was like, no, I'll leave it out of this one, but I think it's alright, isn't it? Yeah, I think I can get on board with it. Definitely no more than that though. Just have the one. Okay. Yes, the zoo path, everyone's on board. Wonderful. Okay, let's continue to chisel out a few more of these little sort of dirt corners that are lying where there's just what is now empty concrete space. So I do like the little palms that kind of pop up from these spots. Not that we ever see the vegetation, so might as well just save the trees, but palms are certainly welcome here. Definitely these taller, sort of skinnier workshop ones too. And maybe some fan palms near the edges of the building as well. Cool. And then a little bit of overgrowth should see us through. Again, just making sure that we're not kind of too palm heavy in one direction. Sims needs to get across rather than just walking around the lake. Well, they are using it, to be fair. So, yeah, that's a... Oh, don't do that. She's using the bridge just to come up and down again. Stupid. Stupid person. But it's getting tiny bits of use. I think it's okay. It's too big. It is a little big, Jared. I'll give you that. It is a little big. But I'm enjoying it. It does sort of block the Apple Store as well, but... Maybe put some lights under the path in the water. That's a good shout, Rudy. That is a good shout. Should we go for our little after dark lights that we're already using here? It's just light, isn't it? There we go. Let's turn prop anarchy on as well. I don't think you can really Go for 3. Something like that. Can you not remove the leaves? No, not off of an elevated zoo path. We could just turn it into a regular pathway. It doesn't have to be zoo path. That will remove the leaves, and we can try that. Let's actually go for... You know, one of the campus pathways might be nice here, because the campuses are ever so slightly different when they're upgraded, right? So there's kind of the blue one. And then a red. And then the trade school is like a copper, I think, isn't it? I'm feeling this one. The one with the blue handrails, actually, over elevated zoo path. I think the grass is too much, considering what the rest of the build is. It's a very pedantic way of looking about it, but I think I'm on board. Oh, no, don't do that. There we go. That does sort of work a little bit better with the lights now. Yeah, I'm on board with that. I think we're going to stick with the pathway. Very happy with that. Fantastic. Okay, a few more of these little sort of dirt corners, and then we can probably jump into Google Earth. And actually, no, yeah, we want to do the diagonal road first, don't we? Yeah, we'll do the diagonal road, and then we'll have a look at Google Earth. I could really do with making like a quick little palm garden palette for Ilos at this point. Just a little kind of mix of all like the fan palms and the big California ones. A couple different bits and pieces. Blue lights underneath. Do we want to change the colour of the lighting? Could do. Oh my god, they have like the smallest little hitbox. Where the hell is it? There it is. There we go. Actually, let's zoom out, because if we're using these after dark lights, we have to bear in mind how they're going to sit in the mark grid. So we've got baby blue here, it's purple over there, or pink. There's blue in the transport hub, green in Few Candy Lakes, and then white in Steve Goodwin's square. But I think the little blue, the blue shading with the water. You also think that they would choose blue from like a cooling perspective, like the way that they make like pool tiles always blue. Because doesn't it have something to do with like heat reflection? Something like how much heat it absorbs? I'm pretty sure that's why pool tiles are blue. Unsure. Ilos looks great on that new 55-inch TV. Glad to hear it. Did you get sun in the garden, by the way? I was speaking to Karina in the Discord earlier, and she said that you don't know if you got sun yet. Cool. Happy with them all now. I don't think there was too much stuff I wanted to do to the outside of it. Everything's pretty safe and sensible around here, I think. Yeah, pretty easily detailed. Mehmet Ali Briskin with 200 Turkish Lira Super Chat. Hey Egg, what is the plans on 5B1C? Zadis said it will start on Fool's Day, April 1st. Yes, that is just when it's starting, Mehmet. That is just when it's starting. Yeah, Zadis will kick off the first rotation with, yeah, just the start of the city. I think we're revealing more about the map and the project. It's not like a regular normal city like the first 2 seasons have been. It's slightly different this year. But yeah, it'll just start with Zadis, and then I think Imperial Jedi is next in the rotation, then it's me, and then Slay, and then Yumble. I don't know where this road's going. It is very much a road to nowhere at the minute. It's going to go off into rural Ilos over here, isn't it? Yeah, it's just going to keep going. Okay, that's fine. So with that in mind, let's come ahead and start grading some of these sections into elevated. Should give us enough clearance to start going up with some ramps. And we also need to reinstate the old ramps that we've lost here as well. So let's do that before we forget. But thank you so much for the super chat, Mehmet. Really appreciate it, mate. And I hope everyone's looking forward to 5B as well. Of course, if you haven't seen, Yumble has finally been confirmed as the 5th main builder. So very exciting. Let's just get a rough connection in here, and then we'll refine the node and move it and whatnot. There we go. That's wonderful to me. It's come with no controller. Let's widen everyone out. Okay, yes, this probably just wants a little bit of softening, doesn't it? That's a much nicer ramp as well. That's much smoother. It'd be really nice if we could repeat that breakaway on the second. What was the measurement there? Does it tell me? 10 degrees, is it? Something like that. I think it was 14 degrees I used on the diamond interchange. I can't remember. Cool. Fantastic. We do still get these weird little potholes at the end though. Not sure why that is, but it happens. We're happy with them anyway. You guys wanted them in. Yep, so also do a little bit of network multi-slope as we come down here as well. Fantastic. And then this whole new landmass can now just be allowed to settle into the surrounding frame with a touch of soften, of course. What else? Okay. This has been a really nice introduction in what is such a massively flat map, this little elevated arterial structure. It's really helping to break things up. That road is going to Area 51. I'm not sure where we're putting Area 51 yet, you know. Probably going to be down in the south, I think, maybe over here. Yeah, somewhere down here, maybe. Very excited for 5B. Glad to hear, Jennifer. Who's the 5B sold on the intro image between you and Yumble? That's Slay3K. So Slay isn't really a YouTuber. Slay's a much bigger Twitch streamer. So if you're really only consuming City's content on YouTube, you probably won't know Slay that much. But Slay has made like the best Move It tutorial on YouTube. That's how I used to learn it. Like if you basically search like how to use Move It, Slay's video comes up, and it's amazing. Is it because of nodes too close? I don't think so, Mehmet, but it has actually just gone away of its own accord. I'm not entirely sure why. I think maybe it was sloping with network multi-tool that seemed to fix that. Maybe it was a terrain issue. And yes, let's chain up here. So yeah, so we've got off ramps here. I'm just trying to think like how I'm going to be sending people into the Margrid frame, because this little diagonal arterial could backfire if we start sending them in the wrong directions. So we'll have this as an on-ramp because they can get off here. So then they can just come back up this way and get in the same direction. And this one's fine here, but all this is going to have to change. It went away with the soften tool? Oh, is that what did it? Oh, does that fix this one? I don't know if it does. Is that the fix for it? Potholes? Yes, it is. It's a soften issue. Nice one. Thank you, guys. Good. Really good spot. Okay. I don't think I want this metro station in. Can we use a content creator one? Probably this one. Right, so let's refactor how this is going to work. Let's come up by an elevation. I'd like to snap to a road guideline of the highway. We'll do 10 meters here. We're sticking to 10 meters everywhere else, so we'll maintain it. And are we okay for height clearance here, or is that going to be a little bit sketchy? Possible sketchiness there, so I think we'll plot this back maybe. Another little road guideline snap. See if this keeps us healthier. Don't forget to check the direction of the ramp opposite the metro. Yeah, we're good here, right? We're right-hand drive. You can use this as an off-ramp. And then there's another on-ramp here as well if they want. Yes, there we go. Wait, where are you going? It doesn't lead anywhere. Oh yes, we need to turn the right turn off, don't we? Don't do that. Don't do that. But we could actually make this multi-directional. We could have them be able to turn left here, but that totally destroys the point of my little on and off ramp separation system, so we won't do that. Let's turn collision off as well so we don't lose the pillars. We'll hopefully not have to destroy too much highway art as we pass through the area here with the metro line. We should be okay. And we'll come back and sort heights out once the main bit is in. Yeah, just keep heading there. And that is now fine. Okay. So I think that's just a case of picking out any individual nodes that we don't like the look of, and then just bringing them down to the same height as the one that we do. Yeah, so that's passing over Chonk Fox quite nicely now. It's not going to obstruct it too much. We've got 122 people here as well. Thank you for watching the Zadis stream, guys. Do appreciate it. Okay. We do slightly bend up here, but shouldn't be anything severe. So let's grab a road now and start to have a look at the placement of that new content creator station. We'll grab a 2-unit one. Probably one of our American ones is going to be the most appropriate. And let's come down to ground here as well. So if I remember rightly, these metro stations want to be connected on this angle, don't they? Although to be fair, they don't have to be, because we're playing with anarchy. Can we pass a road underneath this station like we do with the other one? Oh no. No, there's stairs and escalators there and stuff. Yeah, we can't do it with this one. Okay, that's fine then. Okay, so let's take this away, and then moving you up. Probably to about there. Let's also grab those metro lines again. And we can reconnect the line now. So again, where is this going? I haven't really planned for this side of the city. So I know where like my downtown and stuff is going. Like it's going to be down here. Airports will be in and around this space. Area 51 over here somewhere. But in this sort of like northwest corner, I have no idea what I'm putting here. And this is where all this infrastructure is heading. I need to decide quickly. Okay, please like the video. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream. Both live or as a VOD, a like helps me out. Hey, Kill the Bear. How are you, mate? Welcome into the stream. Yes, so you will continue with the arterial and go over this way. Just also make sure that we just draw this over as well. Actually, you know what? I might just hook this into the highway. Just make like a really cute sweeping interchange and have this as a direct highway connection into the city. That will siphon so much traffic off of the single point urbans, which is how everyone gets in at the minute. These designs here. Yeah, I might do that. I might just hook it into the highway. We'll see. Right, let's get this metro line flowing again anyway. That's it. Get a shot of it, aren't I? Okay, so you're going to stop here. Go this way, and then make your way back. Wonderful. Maybe more agriculture. True, Andre, there is a lot of agriculture. In and around the mile grid. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Why is there random power lines here now? Is everyone powered in? Has we lost anything? No, we're okay. We're okay. Okay, so now we need to figure out what's going to happen with the rail. So I will get shouted at by the railroad people if I sink the rail under the road again. So I think we're going to let the rail maintain its height, if you like. Let's turn on some traffic lights too. There we go. Okay. Hey Pandora, welcome to the stream. Also man-made forest reservation. Definitely happy to a nature reserve, yeah. A big aeroplane boneyard would look great and not use many nodes. Yes, we'll do a boneyard exit. Yeah. Definitely out rural somewhere. Yeah. Guess my question will go unanswered. What did you say? Oh, sorry, I didn't see that, Jurgen. Is there going to be any guest builders this year on 5B? Yes, lots of them. Like, literally loads. There's a ton of guest builders. Okay. So, I want to grab this road. We will force you into elevation for... Probably there. That should be enough for us, I think. And then choose move it. Let's grab 2 nodes here. See if we can create like a little bit of a sort of bridge where we can come under with the rail. Of course, just want to slope that out. Go for a little bit of network multi-tool. Let's move down to the next node. Wonderful. Let's also delete that node as well. Don't know why you're there. And you probably don't really need to be here either. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be fine. Cargo Wago with a 10 US dollars super sticker, and it's a dancing lemon. Thank you so much, Cargo. Really appreciate the support, buddy. Thank you for the dancing lemon. Appreciate that. Okay. Hopefully that pleases the train people. It definitely wants a little more softening there, doesn't it? So we're not playing with any weird angles. Not entirely sure how I want to hook in the metro station. Yeah, definitely don't just want it here. Let's probably just hook it into the bridge. Yeah, see, we just had the error then for the first time in like 20 minutes. What the hell? Just make your mind up. Okay. This is definitely going to be a sort of a placeholder road just to hold the metro station. Although we'll see, do I even like it? It's okay. Do you think City Skylines 2 is coming soon? I think we'll get an announcement this year, Smokey. I don't think it's coming soon, no. I think if it's still not even been announced, then it's still a while away from any sort of release date yet. I know this is an Arizona build, but a Meteor Park, what is in New Mexico, would be cool. Well, we're taking inspiration from most of the Southwest, Gunnar, so I can have a look at New Mexico for sure. Is there a delete node function in node controller? Yes, there is. There is. This one here, mate. Remove node, the little subtract icon. And then you just find a node, click it, and it'll delete it for you. It's very handy. It's very handy. Okay, what are those railways are you using? These are the North American Rail Pack, I think. Yes, they are the ones that we used on 5B. Yeah, North American Rail generic train tracks are the tracks that are in Ilos. A Maniac Mana with a 20 US dollar super chat. And it is the kind of rock hands with the sunglasses. Thank you so much, Maniac. Really appreciate the support, buddy. Welcome into the stream. You going to be okay? There we go. Okay. Happier with this. Happier with this. Sat in the sunshine enjoying the stream. The neighbours just decided now it's time cutting their grass. Oh, nightmare, man. That is not what we like to see, is it? Not a fan of fuel lawnmower. It's good grass cutting weather it is, to be fair. Karina does have a point. It is perfect grass cutting weather. Okay, let's dive into Google Earth for the first time today. How long was that taking us? 44 minutes. That's got to be a new record, hasn't it? For getting to Google Earth. So because we're working with this diagonal road again, we definitely want to be checking out patterns and designs of what's happening near to the diagonal frames. So let's see what we can find. I love this bit, but this is definitely an episode. I'm not doing this design on a stream. For one, it'll take me 1,000 years to get it together, and two, it's definitely an episode worthy sort of design that. The highway out here as well. Okay. So, what's this? Is this more baseball field spam? Yes, it is. Of course. What else in Phoenix? So this is like a little park and recreation area. with some very nice car park designs, I might add as well. If anyone's after some car parking inspiration with the big parking lot roads, or big parking lots rather, there you go. Okay, is this like a water treatment facility? It's very close to farms. There's also a little lake here as well. And what we're looking like from the road. Let's see, there's a little bit of a mix of residential and industrial vibes sort of happening here, isn't there? Yes, yeah, see, it's all fenced off, right? On both sides of the roads as well. I always get so many comments saying you're using too much fencing. Like, no, I'm not. It's here, it exists, okay? So a little no trespassing signs, definitely some sort of industrial area there. And we've got a little gated community here, Roundtree Ranch, that's very cute, isn't it? Lots of palm-lined roads. So yeah, this is a gated community, right? This is why it's walled off. Okay, I'm happy to go for another gated community build nearby to the sort of mall and cinema. We can definitely do one of those today. Sour Grove High School. I'm guessing this is the building site for the high school. Has it been built yet? Let's hope so. Finally caught a live stream. Good morning from Tennessee. Welcome, AJ. We have a lot of Tennessee people in the live chat these days. I know of like 5 of you now. There's a lot of Tennessee fans out of the blue. That does not look like a high school. That looks like condos. No through traffic. There's a wall there. People, is that sign really necessary? People driving through the wall. Okay, it's not really a high school then, is it? It just looks like condos. I'm guessing that's a mismatch on Google Earth with the pointer. Let's check out the lake. Let's see what's happening here. So, green space, pathways. Very happy to be introducing this. Car parks. Big lake with lots of houses on the opposite side. And parasols as well. We have some parasol spice. 3 benches and 3 parasols. Very nice. And some kids fishing. They're really fishing here? I wonder what they're catching in a lake like that. Interesting. And what's this? This is just like, yeah, like a soft play area, isn't it, for the kids and stuff? All sheltered and gazeboed. So they don't cook in the sun. Simon Greenwood with a £2 super chat. What other DLC packs would you all like to see? Good question, Simon. Thank you for the super chat, mate. A beach DLC, a mall DLC after last episode. I would love like a modular mall sort of thing. Anything modular really is up my street. Like a whole modular hospital design, like modular police stations, fire services. Anything modular is up my street. All right. Thanks for the super chat, mate. No through traffic. Phoenix drivers are quite like Ilos drivers, I know, right? They have to put signs on walls to stop people driving through them. Who knew? Who knew? Okay, so we've got open parkland, gated community, industrial lake sort of vibes. Is the lake keyed? That is the important question. Do we get to play with some keys today, or is it all sort of grassy, just straight into the water? Yes, kind of. It's not a proper key, is it? It's more like a stone boundary. Screw it, I'm just obviously going to put a key in anyway. Because we can. Yeah. We're going to have to make Egg an honorary Tennessean. You'll have to. There's a few of you in now. Okay, so let's start running with some gated community vibes. Let's come in again with our little... Actually, is there a wide version of this? 2-lane avenue with grass. Well, it's still 2-lane, isn't it? It just has parking on it instead. Oh yeah, okay. No, there isn't. I wanted like a 4-lane variation. Actually, yes, the vanilla one is 4-lane variation of this, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. Let's not actually forget about 4 as the vanilla roads. It'd be massively helpful, wouldn't it? Okay, so... we've got no houses sat on the roads. And then if we go for... how many spaces do we have here? God, I wish I could use the American eclectic assets. Let's go for like a villa sort of thing. And that gives us 3 tiles. So there is like a little wavy pathway that is following this gated community. That's just sort of doing this within like a 3 tile space. Obviously not 3 tiles in real life because we don't measure things in, say, Skylines tiles in the world, but you get where I'm coming from, right? So it just sort of does that. It's essentially a highway out within itself, isn't it? We need to have a look at some sort of wall as well if we're doing a gated community. Now, I should still have stolen a lot of Few Candies walls from the collaboration. Yes, like these. Like modern fence number 1. Something this cute, because this won't eat into my nodes either. Can we put this on fence fill? Oh, yes please. Yes we can. Let's go for that. Okay. And it has to go like there, basically. Something like that. Yes, I feel like that's okay. With so much free space, are you going to make your own version of Anthem near Phoenix? I don't know what Anthem is, but that shop and build turned out so good. Glad you like it, mate. Glad you like it. Yeah, probably my new favourite build in Ilos. I think it just about pips the Tucson University, the outdoor mall. I love it. It's great. At my new places in like Story Kent, there can be Mahoosive tailbacks at rush hour. True. Sports DLC would be good. Horse racing, golf kind of vibe. Yeah, I could get on board with like a racetrack DLC. You could do horse racing, car racing, like golf props as well. That would be super handy. Okay, we're just in kind of the regular plain wide streets here, aren't we? Yeah, let's just run with these. And then we'll also bring in a connection into this gated area from this point. What's the distance there? Did we do 10 tiles? Yes, we did. Let's try that again. And then we can meet up and start introducing some little sort of cul-de-sac roads in here and whatnot. I'm actually feeling maybe having the collector road flow through the area. If we go up by 10 and then curve by 10, repeat that same design on this side. So if I want to come to a road guideline, what's the measurement there? It's 13. So we can cheese this then. Let's go out by 11 each side. That should still be 10. And then, wonderful. And then we'll keep those 10 curves in. And then we probably, yeah, there we go. An 11 curve is what we want. And that should give us a nice baseline anyway. Fantastic. Out of curiosity, how many assets do you have for this map? Quite a lot. At least. Well, for the ones that I actually downloaded and ended up using, about 400 I think it was. But for the ones that I started with and hadn't used, it was well into like 2,000 or something. It was too much. It was way too much. Okay, start bringing out some roads here. Again, we want to keep some sort of park area in here as well. So we'll just make this kind of the cutoff and the threshold for the gated community. Let's also do some cul-de-sacs as well with the node controller. Stretch these boys out. Is it 200 that I like? I think it was, wasn't it? Yep, there we go. And also hide the markings as well. Everywhere here, basically. Don't really want any of the white markings. Cool. Okay, Anthem is a town to the north with golf courses, which built into the residential area. Worth a Google Maps look. Also, any plans for a reservation, as Phoenix has 2 or 3 around it. We'll definitely do some sort of nature reserve, yeah. And we'll check out Anthem as well on Google Earth. But thanks for the shout, mate. Have you been able to add a health club or building exercise in the middle of the gated area? yeah, that's a good shout. I'm happy to do some health stuff. You should do a Steam Workshop collection so we can see your assets, just saying. When I figure out how to work the Steam Workshop, mate, I absolutely will. There is an asset list up at the minute that has all the assets used, but it's not all the ones that I've downloaded. Not that everything will end up being used anyway, but yes, I will give you guys links and stuff eventually when I figure out how to do it. Okay, wonderful. So we're going to manually plop a lot of these buildings in here. And again, it'd be really cool to mix in some American Eclectic, but just destroy your frames. So we'll try and stick relatively low-key with some of these assets. Leave a space in between each as well. It's very awkward, aren't you? Let's see if we can move you over a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so lots of these big level 5 sort of posh-looking numbers should give us a somewhat luxurious gated community vibe as it sits here as well. Okay. Are you going to make a series out of Foundation Egg? Yeah, we're going to do some more Foundation stuff. You guys, the video didn't perform amazingly well, but for those that did watch it, seemed to enjoy it. So yeah, we'll do a couple more episodes of Foundation, Tom. Okay. So in these little kind of frontage spaces, there's just kind of cute rocks and tiny little bushes. There's not really much else to them. Quite understated in terms of detailing. Something bigger than that, maybe. Tiny regular. That's very small, isn't it? Okay, let's go for some of these then. Being quite pedantic about exactly what species of bush that I'm using for a gated community build. We will see. Okay. Again, let's come ahead and grab our little modern fences and bring these out on this side as well. We'll actually have an entrance into the park area here, I think, as well, where we're going to put that little lake. Let's just leave that there as an entrance point into that sort of town. And then again, it's a 3-tile distance, isn't it, between sort of main road and community gate. So let's make sure we respect that design on this side of the highway. So I'll save 3 tiles there. That's going to be our marker. And then some down here too. And then maybe like one more sort of cul-de-sac road in here. And this should give us a fairly acceptable sort of gated design. Okay. Cool. I just put together my Steam Workshop list. It was an exercise. It's the most ridiculous process in the world, building a Steam Workshop collection. They've made it so awkward to do. Yeah, I totally agree with that. With that Sargon. Yeah, it's not a simplistic process at all. It's incredibly irritating, actually. So definitely some level 5 University City stuff out here. Only some of them though, not the kind of big mansion looking ones. Keep those out. Yeah, it is... I wonder if I did start to just drop in like the occasional American Eclectic asset, because these assets are perfect for Phoenix, but they're just so frame rate destroying. Maybe we could just scatter a few of them around the suburb. I think. We'll see. I think I will enjoy watching you play Foundation more than I like to play Foundation myself. It's a really fun game. I enjoy playing it. But it's only like 2,000 views, which is kind of bad, so I shouldn't really focus on it, but I will. I'll give you guys something you like. That pony sign is naughty. I know it is advertising kind of dancing tits, isn't it? It is a fun game if you like to build stuff. Just take some time to get your own towns to get built. Yeah, I bet it does. What happened to you playing Cityscape 2? You know what? I was actually playing the other day at 76. And it's alright. I was thinking of maybe starting streaming it again. I stopped streaming it because I started streaming. And then I got a copyright strike on the video because the developer didn't own the rights to the music that was in the game. And that was just a massive red flag. I was like, well, no, I'm not risking my channel to cover your game if you don't own the rights to your music. So I'll stop streaming it because of that reason. But I believe that that issue has been fixed now. It's had a couple of updates. I was playing it last night. Yeah, I was checking it out with the updates. So we'll probably start streaming City State again. It is a decent game. It's not going to like dethrone City Skylines or anything like that, but it's a nice break. The political systems in it are quite cool as well. I like stuff like that. Sort of things that have been siphoned off of sort of real-time strategy games. It's right up my street. Okay, let's go and dropping in these. It would be probably good to filter down by size, to be fair. So maybe go for 3. This will give us more appropriate looking buildings anyway. Definitely lots of nice looking houses that back onto the sort of highway road, so as they enter in this part of town, they're like, oh, this is a nice suburb. Something like that. Okay. Could definitely do with setting up a building theme using all these 3 and 4 deep vanilla residentials, because they do have a place in Ilos for sure. We're not just going to totally omit them just because they're vanilla. So with the fence, this will now want to continue down this side. So let's make sure we're sort of saving those 3 tiles before we do it. Otherwise that's going to really irritate me if it's not the same on all sides by the time we come to the end. I'll actually make some of these pathways enter into the gated community as well, so they're not just here for aesthetic purposes. Some green in the backyards, like with artificial grass in the gated community, too much? I don't think so. We've certainly seen a lot of artificial grass when we've been mooching about on Google Earth, so I'm happy to bring some in. We'll see what it looks like. Yeah, then we don't really need pathway here because this is kind of fast high-speed road. People won't be walking here. He says as people are literally crossing the street in front of it. In front of him. Okay. It's on its way, isn't it? It's on its way. Oh, these are too shallow. I need to move all of this up. Yeah, let's delete these, actually. That's not the right design. Yeah, that's more of what I'm after. Isn't modded amazing? When you get to do stuff like that. So convenient. And this can essentially just run parallel with the slip ramp now as it joins the high speed road, right? Cool. Let's make sure we're not taken away from the mall either here. Of course, looking from all directions is immensely important. Yeah, and I think the view from the gated community now to the mall behind it should be quite nice as well. Fantastic. Wonderful. What do I think of High Rise City? High Rise City. I thought High Rise City was pretty crap, to be fair. Yeah, the dev sent me the code like of the full launch, because remember when we covered it on like one of the little spotlight videos, didn't we? The demo. I think it's from Steam Fest last year. Next Fest, whatever it's called. And yeah, it didn't grab me. It's not even remotely close to coming. That's the kind of the problem. Like, I keep getting sent all these little sort of like city simulators and medieval village simulators, whatever sort of genre you're going for, but it's all kind of general simulation, right? Nothing comes even remotely close to what Cities Skylines can offer these days. Even from like just the base vanilla game, Cities is just in a league of its own by a good long way. Not even factoring in like the workshop and stuff. Just nothing touches Cities, basically. Nothing comes close to it. Which is quite unhealthy as well, because it shows that any sort of competition is going to be quite hard to come by. So let's hope that cities don't get sort of complacent and yeah, let's hope they don't do an EA with it, basically. Okay, look at the people using the little front walking path now in the gated community. That's getting a little bit of use, isn't it? I'm happy with that. Very nice. Jennifer Cox with a $10 super chat. I love this city so much. It's been wonderful watching it come to life. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, it has been a pleasure watching it come to life, hasn't it? Each of the Margrid frames slowly getting busier and filling out with a build. The Margrid's nearly done, to be fair. What do we have? There's an episode there, an episode there, episode there. This is a live stream job, this bit along the back. So there's probably 3 episodes of Margrid left. Yeah, something like that. Before we can finally get away. And then Java Stat with a $10 Canadian super chat. Hello to all. Hello to you, Java. You know what? I'm going to name the mall after Java because I forgot his super chat last week. I've been waiting for him to turn up. I was watching the stream back just to kind of see how it went and if I can maybe improve on anything. And I saw Java's super chat. It was when we got lost looking at the ore quarry in Google Earth. And I was like, oh no. Totally forgot it. Oh, it's got the Roy Keane district on it as well. That's the first Roy Keane one we've had. Oh, I'm going to have to change it, aren't I? Okay. Actually, we're just going to go for Java Mall. Thank you so much for your support, Java. I really appreciate it, mate. And I'm sorry I missed your super chat last week, dude. And then a few Candy with a 449 super chat, dropping support and running, looking great. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you so much, VC. Really appreciate the support, lovely. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday and hopefully the rest of qualifying as well. And then Joaquin Delgado has been a member for 2 months. I can't wait for Ilos International Airport. Thank you so much, Joaquin. Yes, me neither. I'm very much looking forward to the airport build. Very much. Thank you for all support and super chats, guys. Really appreciate it. That was a big wave. Okay, back to plopping. Lots of red roofs is appropriate here, I think. I do like those ones. I do like these as well, the Art Decos. I'd like to do a repeated pattern of these somewhere in Ilos. I do like these ones. Drop down to 3 again. Let's keep it fairly random. Do I mind those houses? Yes, they are. Ooh. Do you know where I've just realised this will work nicely as a, well, sort of a door? Long live Roy Keane, though. Yes, Aaron, long live Roy Keane indeed. And I didn't ever think I would get that in my in my YouTube lives. Long live Roy Keane. I wonder the huge modding scene, as well as how good the base game is, might be the reason not having a Cities Skylines 2 yet. I think the workshop has certainly extended the life of Cities 2 for sure. Yeah, so totally random side note, I'm just going to try something. So currently the mall main buildings, they're just sort of phasing through them. Not really appropriate. But if I can glitch this, or not glitch it, anarchy it into position, does it serve as a front, as like an entrance for the mall? Or does it look absolute bum cheeks? We will find out together. It is a residential, I'm going to have to reco it to make it like an office building or something, because they'll get mad noise pollution living right next to a mall. Does that work? Or is that absolutely crap? I can't quite decide. Sort of works, right? very sort of, kind of, almost works. You should get covered pathways in the workshop. I use them as tram stations. A covered pathway. I'm not sure what that would be. And you use them as tram stations. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Durgan. What do we think? It looks good. Does it? I'm not sure good is the right word, but it's it's a thing, isn't it? Again, I think it's like the cafe. We'll leave it in and see how we feel come the end of the stream. And then if it's there at the start of next episode, then you guys will know that I did actually end up liking it. Okay, let's place some little numbers around the edges of the cul-de-sac now. We will need to use Move It to bring these into position. Let's go for... I should be using more European content creators as well. Totally realising that is not in the theme of Phoenix, Arizona, but a lot of these single-story bungalows do actually work quite nicely for sort of making residential areas. Okay. Let's actually make one of these pathways connect. This would be helpful. Let's take you away. Oh, are you driving through the estate to get to the arterial? I don't like you doing that. Or are they? No, they're coming in. Yeah, they're coming home. I thought they were cutting through to get back to the mall. I didn't want people doing that, but they're not. It's okay. DJ with a $10 super chat. Ilos is looking so fine. Sorry I missed the mall bud yesterday. I totally missed the notification. It turned out wonderfully. Thank you, DJ. No problem at all. Thank you for the super chat, lovely. Yes, the mall did turn out really nicely. I'm a huge fan of that mall. One of Ilos's best builds, I think, for sure. Thanks for the stream, but I have to go. I was looking awesome. No worries, Rudy. Thanks for hanging out, mate. I will speak to you soon. That really looks like an entrance to a mall. What with the residential, do you think? Joaquin isn't a fan of the police in that particular spot. I think it works like glass doors, acceptable. Looks like mall entrances around here in New Jersey. Okay, people seem to be on board with the Oh no, don't like that. Yeah, people seem to be on board with the sort of general vibe to create a front door on the mall. Because of course I don't have any sort of front door prop, so I'll have to be a little bit more creative with it. Okay, so we did have someone mention grass as well. Let's start coming in with some grass. Ooh. I'm happy to have it within the gated community, but leave it as desert on the edges of the road. Or maybe just have green around the edges and leave the internal desert. Start getting some different pops of colour in here as well if we want. Navaria Forest Brush, love. The Navaria Forest Brush doesn't work in this map, Brad. Oh, it shouldn't do anyway. Oh yes, it does. Why? Oh yeah, because I've got pines installed now, yeah. It's using pines that aren't in the Navaria brush, but it basically doesn't work. Okay. Still more plopping here. Still more plopping. So let's get 3 of these in. There is something very satisfying about making these little sort of cul-de-sac neighborhoods. It's a functionality that the base game needs, I think. Just move this back a little bit as well. There we go. That should be okay. We'll also get some walkability options coming between the different layers of the gated community as well. So that's going to help us out. Okay. Wonderful. So let's have a little look at where we're going to put the lake, why these sort of suburb develops behind us, even though it won't develop because there's literally nothing zoned. But if we bring a road length road down, are all these people walking from the metro station? How busy are you? Only 24. How many people are getting off? I hate this. I need to go with some sort of design for this station. I can't leave it like that. Yeah, we're just getting a lot of people walking down from the metro, which is fine. But just wondering where they're coming from, that's all. Okay, anyway, distracted. Got 148 people here. Thank you for hanging out on the Saturday stream, guys. I do appreciate it. And for those that have made it an hour and 16 back into the VOD as well, my shout out to you guys if you're still watching. Okay, so I think we might actually make this drive road for a little bit. And then we'll come on with some of our borders. We've not used big parking lots for a while. I've been very much a fan of parking lot roads recently. So ideally, I'd like to possibly copy some of the designs that are in Phoenix. Which I think is basically just that, isn't it? And then if we can grab some of the double-sided parking. Yeah. Let's do 1, 2. And then do we maybe want to bring a filler through the middle? DJ with another $5 super chat, dropping a little more support before dashing out. Love that sassy gated community. Thank you so much, DJ. Really appreciate the second super chat, lovely. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. We will catch you later in the Discord, I'm sure. I just want my grey filler road for this, don't I? Yes. I think this is what I want. I think this is what I'm after. I'm trying to reference a picture of a car park in Phoenix at the same time as doing this, so bear with me a second. That's a little bit shallow, that actually, isn't it? Let's see if we can maybe bring that out by like one more parking space. Yeah, that's fine. So the curbs in Phoenix are actually kind of doing some really interesting things. Rather than just kind of being sat between the spaces, they're almost like doing little cute designs either side of them. Making these little T's here. Although, because we're in such small spaces, we have to manually draw this in ourselves. Let's actually make sure that that's on an angle snap as well, otherwise it's going to mess with us. Let's go back to my fences. Angle snap is what we want. I might do these with the smaller ones. I realise I've left the space for... yeah, I don't want the 4-metre curb. It's too thick. It is actually too girthy. Let's go for the other ones instead. These ones... Yes, 3-metre curb. Cool. Hi everyone, just checking in quickly from the train. Should be home before the stream ends. Fingers crossed. Hey A and B. Have a safe journey home, mate. We do have another train enthusiast. Not that you are, because you're taking the train, but there are some train enthusiasts in the chat today. Tell the train conductor to hurry up. Yeah. Or if anything, tell him to put me over sort of the train's PA system and get everyone on the train to subscribe. If that's a possibility, A and B, that would be tremendously helpful. Right, we'll just use move it to just slide these back up to where the spaces actually end. Cool. I never thought that I would spend so much time looking at car parks in the other side of the world. It's it wasn't on the to-do list for the year, that one. So let's grab our nodes as well. We should be okay here. Yep, let's copy that over. Cool. Slightly more fun way of using a car park, isn't it? Would you guys like a pathway? Looks like you're all walking, which is good, but walking on pathways is even better. We'll see if that siphons anyone off. It's probably going to be a good shout to get an elevated path over the diagonal arterial as well. Oh, look at that view now down the Margrid. Let's have a hydration break and a nighttime view, everyone, shall we? Oh, I love this city. Easily one of this is very quickly replacing Palaven as my favourite ever build, I think. I'm very much enjoying Ilos. This is good. Wouldn't that be lovely? All those subs. Depends how busy the train is, Jennifer, I suppose, doesn't it? If there's like 10 people on the train, then probably not. Right? Probably not. Yeah, let's have a hydration break and a posture check, everyone. You can stretch your shoulders out, have a glass of water, breathe. For those that are using the videos as ASMR, ladies and gents, our next stop is Ilos. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to OE before departure. I would prefer not letting them off the train until they subscribe. It's the highway or no way, right? The highway or no way. Looks amazing at nighttime view, just perfect, isn't it? Just now, stadium popping up. You can just about see the clock tower, and when the skyline is behind that, oh, it's gonna look so good. Can't wait. But of course, I am a tease, and I am going to tease the arse out of the downtown for a while yet. So get used to that. Right, let's terraform. Let's do a little lake here. Like we saw in that park in Google Earth. Probably justify a baseball field in here too. Oh. A little bit strong. There we go. And then we'll pick out a contour line. Again, fair. Actually, those kids were fishing, weren't they? So they're probably catching fish. So it has to be at least some amount of depth. I am not in any way sort of a marine biologist. Is it that people don't understand how much a light can do for you? Or is it something else? I like all your videos. I think it's just people forget. Or people just generally don't like videos as a rule of thumb. Just in a way, kind of, you don't like every Facebook post, you probably don't like every video either. Or some people just flat out don't like them, so they don't leave a like. Yeah, I think there's a variety of reasons. Should we give this a bit of a shape rather than just having it as like a square, because it's a little bit underwhelming, that, isn't it? And maybe we can complement the contour of the highway road as we come down. The tease of downtown has started then. I think I teased it a couple of streams ago, didn't I? Night Rider. But yes, it has started. Yeah. So you can imagine, like, we're going to start this episode here, right? When we come to build downtown, I'll be like, hello people, and welcome to the down low on the latest build in the Margrid. And then come over here and just keep doing that for like 10 episodes. Yeah, because I'm the worst. Hey Ian, welcome in mate, how are you? Nice to see you. And bye Arto. Thank you for watching the stream, buddy. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day. Right, let's get the water source in. That's going to do us. So really simple detailing around here, just keys and parasols, pretty simple stuff. Why are you now telling me that that university is leveled up? I know. Oh, it's because I unticked it in the noobs guide, isn't it? So it unticks it on all cities, that's why. Okay. So keys are certainly next on the agenda. Go on to our road length as well. Okay. If I watch the video to the end, it's only fitting that I leave a like. I know it's not easy making them. Yeah, the videos are a lot more, especially episodes of Ilos are getting very long to produce. Just because I hope you guys are noticing some sort of increase in production quality at least anyway. Yeah, and just for that reason. So yeah, likes and videos go a long way. We're helping with the algorithm too. But yeah, not everyone likes, and that's okay. I never try and get into the habit of sort of asking or begging for likes. Just like, you know, if you have enjoyed it, sort of like a gentle reminder as opposed to directly asking for it, I think is the way. Okay, let's pick out some nodes here that aren't quite where we want them to be. And this one is a little bit janky as well, isn't it? Can we grab a corner node? Okay, And I think we are happy. Wait for the flooding to subside anyway. Watching and learning from you almost daily, working on my first serious build that I'm going to submit to the build-off. Thanks for the inspiration. No worries, David. You are more than welcome. There is currently a bird tapping on my window. Can you guys hear that? It's like a blue tit sat on the window tapping the glass, no joke. Like, when that never happened. I started streaming and literally the birds flying into the window. Do you want to go away? That's super irritating, man. Can you guys hear that? And that's like a bird tapping on the window. But thank you, David, for the kind words. And this would be a great modular build map. You can test so many contexts on a map like this. Good job. It's essentially a giant modular build, isn't it? Each of the frames is a little modular section. It's probably why I'm enjoying it so much, because it's like a very modular piece together city. That's very much my style of play. Even though Palaven and Novaria weren't at all like that. But Ilos very much is. Okay. This is cute. He's leaving his like. Tap, tap, tap. Can you guys hear it? Yeah, there's literally, he's still here. He's just staring at me. Pecking the window. What the hell? That never happens. Okay, welcome to the live streams, everyone. We are being invaded by birds. Okay, let's bring the grass in. Remember to try and leave it off the desert sections if we can. It's a little bit awkward, this tool. Okay. Be right back. Bird reminded me to like OE on Twitter. Yeah, speaking of the bird, guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter and want to get notifications of when videos go up, then you can do. It's linked below. Okay, lots of grass here. I think I might even want to do another car park, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. And what programs do you use to edit on your episodes? Premiere? Yes, I use Premiere for... I use OBS for recording, Premiere for editing, Photoshop for thumbnails and graphics, etc. Yeah. I learned so much from Egg, VC, Biffa, City Planner, that you always like their videos. Yeah, you're a very little active member of the community, Jennifer. Yeah, really appreciate all the support. You like everything, you hear all the time. Same as Mehmet as well. Mehmet never misses a single video or a stream. Just different level of fanship. You guys are crazy. We appreciate all the support, of course. Even appreciate the dislikes as well, you know, because it's engagement at the end of the day. YouTube doesn't care whether or not it's a like or a dislike. It's engagement, and that's all it really wants. So you've got to appreciate them. So definitely some sort of like park life benches that were scattered around the edge of the lake here. I don't like that they're doing that though. That's a terrain issue, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so we can re-terraform so that doesn't happen. Okay. Yeah, so could you change the ground cover under the water, making it look more like water? I think it depends what colours we've got to change it into, Riff. They only really have green available for change, or orange for the sand. We can try the sand underneath and see if that makes a difference. I don't think it will though. Yeah, I just want to give a little bit of a lip of terraforming so we can place some props a little bit closer to the keys. That's why it's doing that. That should hopefully fix our issues a little bit now. Let's try again. Come back into the world of benches. We'll move it, behave. Yeah, move it. It's a little bit nicer, isn't it? So they were sort of on the key, weren't they? But we put them here. I'll probably make this section actually surface painter. Because there is like a little bit of a concrete area near the car park when you arrive at that park in Phoenix. It's not just immediately grass. And then we can start having a look at placing some park assets in here as well. Basketball courts and such like, for people to come and enjoy the sort of sports recreational ground. And then we'll come down to a single file and paint it down there as well. Cool. And now the forestry trucks are going past. Sorry everyone. This is really naturally loud stream today. I can recommend Filmora and a relatively cheap editor. Pretty easy to use. Can't say I've heard of Filmora. The reason I subbed to Egg was because of the, at the end of his videos, feel free to leave a dislike as well. Is that the only reason, Knight Rider, not the builds? Was it just because I said that? But no, I appreciate it, thank you. How do you create your own custom cube maps and load it to the game? Absolutely no idea, Caesar. You're asking the wrong person, my friend. That is way out of my capabilities. Hey, I'm not crazy, I'm just a fan. Just for fun, and we do love you, Mehmet. We do love you. Learn from several different players, help me become a better player for sure. There's so much Cities content on YouTube these days. And so many different play styles. You know, people find enjoyments in other parts of the game that others don't. I think that's what makes Cities kind of so unique, is that it has so many different play styles, none of which are particularly the wrong way to play. I think that definitely contributes to the community, because there's definitely no other Cities community, or no other communities like Cities rather. Why can I not find my parasols? Do I not have them turned on? They're definitely called parasols, right? They're over here. What are they? Parasol, yeah. Oh no, it is parasol. I didn't search parasol, did I? Idiot. That'll be better. David the Mako became a member. Welcome to YouTube Eggs, David. You should have some emojis now, David, that you can put in the live chat, mate. Thank you for the support. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Yeah, so it's sort of these little shady spots, isn't it? Next to the tables. We'll get some fast food trucks down here as well. Little ice cream shop, maybe. Something like that. Okay. It's awesome looking. Thank you so much, James. I do appreciate it, mate. It made me smile, like it was the first video I watched of you, and of course then stay for the builds. Good. Good. I was like, oh no, is that the only reason people are subscribing? Because I say that at the end. So no, actually, no one cares for the detailing. Yeah, that's very cute, isn't it? That is very much up my street, everyone. Let's come in with some more part life stuff now. Definitely ice cream van out here by the lake. Let's have that on the corner. That's going to be cute. I don't really want this one. I feel like this is more of a permanent fixture, this food store. I want the stuff that look like it gets kind of carted away and shut down every night. Stuff like that, but it's not behaving with the terrain amazingly well between the key and the car park, so I'll move it to help him with that. And then let's actually also turn one of these sort of concrete walkable spaces into an actual walkable space, so we can experience walkability. And again, just paint it out with Surface Painter, so it's flush. Okay. Not bad. Should we head back into Google Earth and have a look what else is around here? In terms of this park, anyway. Let me pull you guys back into it. Spicy, yes, the members are saying it's spicy, that's good. Been watching this build silently for a while now, very nice. Drew lots of inspiration from you, no worries, lords. I'm glad it can help inspire, mate. Thank you for watching it as well. Need to do circular fields. Might be Google Earth. Yes, there is lots of circular fields, isn't there? Especially west of Phoenix. No, south, isn't it? Yes, these sorts of ones, right? Circular fields are very cool. I like these. Definitely get involved in some of this action when we come to some enormous, massively repeated farmland. Okay, let's go find where we were. We were near this diagonal bit. There it is. So yeah, what's around it? What's this? This is a dog park. We don't have dog parks like this in cities, but we can pretend. Is there more street views in this park, I wonder? I'll be very keen for some street views inside if we can. There must be one. What's this sort of baseball design looking like here? The bird is back. I'm not even joking. I hope you can hear that tapping on the window. Is that a prison? Why is it all fenced off? It's a Pioneer Community Centre. Multi-use softball fields. Oh, softball. Sorry, it's not baseball. Yeah, it's just car park. There's a lot more car park in here than I've got, to be fair. But I think that's alright, isn't it? And then... Actually, you know what I do want to see, because I'm this anal about it, is let me see what trees are on the car parks. On these little filler roads, I need to know. I need to know. dog park shaped like some bones. I could get on board with the dog bone shaped park, Brad, yeah. Hey, Ryan. Let the bird in. No, man, it might have like bird flu or something. I've already got COVID. I don't want bird flu as well. It's a really small bird as well. It's like a blue tit or a robin or something. It's like got the balls of an eagle. Where do you think United will finish? Oh, not in the top 4, Ian. Not in the top 4, mate. Probably 5th or 6th, something like that. Okay, so just trees and bushes in the parking lots. It's pretty easy to do. We'll probably end up using these same bushes that we've got out the front of the gated community centre, actually. Let me just eyedropper them. That is not the tree. That's a little bit glitchy recently, the eyedropper. Sometimes it pulls items that aren't even remotely what you clicked on. Not sure why. Okay, well, tree anarchy. Was it still doing this? Yes, I'm going to have to manually drop them, aren't I? Okay. Yeah, that one. And then something slightly taller, maybe like... No, it's a little bit too big. Yes, that's perfect. Do for 1 and 2. Grab this one. And you shall do a tree in the middle of the 3rd parking spot in from the right. That's going to be great. And perhaps a splash of colour. Maybe. Maybe a little red bush. It's quite nice, isn't it? I think we'll go for that. We need bird cam, yeah. Imagine. I'll set up bird cam outside. I should have got a picture of that, to be fair. No one's going to believe me about that. Like, how often? That's never happened to me in my 67 years on this planet. I've never had a bird just rock up and start tapping on the window like, what's going on? Like, what are you up to? I don't want to go away. Streaming Ilos. Okay, that's cute. I'm happy with that. But the gated community, this isn't really gated anymore, is it? So it doesn't really make sense that it's down here. I'll grab props. Yeah, okay. Let's delete props up until like that. Oh, technically it should delete all the way, shouldn't it? Doesn't matter. I'm putting way too much thought into it. Let's just end it here instead. This will be okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. I don't like that. Let's just rework this whole fence on this side and see what we think. Okay. Is it a cow tapping on the window? There are bad associations with that from where I'm from. Oh, a crow. I thought you said a cow. No. There's not a cow outside. I'm on the 2nd story as well. Congratulations, Ryan. To you and Egg. Okay, thank you, Riff. I'm not sure why. Birdcam Park. Birdcam, yeah. You are 67? I am, yeah. I am 67. Big 70 coming up soon. I played Cities Skylines for 2 years and never knew there was a node limit. Yes, there is. Fans of Parliament will tell you about the node limit. Yes. There is a node limit. Although there is a mod currently in development that should remove the node limit. I'm absolutely chewing through my prop count with these fences, aren't I? I should probably make them a little bit... Choose a shallower fence, maybe. Okay. Wonderful. And now we can just make this sort of general, open, walkable desert space. Let's remove the grass from this section as well. Ooh, wonderful. See, so what it means when it's kind of talking about don't be afraid to delete infrastructure if the idea sort of changes and shifts into a different direction. It's absolutely okay. Alright, and I think just some general cute sort of rural Ilos brush should suffice within these areas now. Got some palms and live oaks in this brush and stuff, so relatively lush, but clear off any that accidentally anarchy into the pathway. And yeah, definitely remove the the cactus of the pathway. That would not be in the best interest of public safety, would it? Okay. Fantastic. Rocks maybe in that space? Yes, some rocks would be wonderful, Jennifer. I'm sorry I'm a new player here, but how does the limit affect the gameplay? I'm assuming you're referring to the no limit we were just talking about, Neil. So every network will have a node. So you can check them in Network Multi-Tool where the nodes are. You can come into Remove Node, and it will highlight all the nodes in the map. So it's like where road sections join, pathways, you know, any sort of space where a sim will go to interact and sort of shift around a corner or turn or go straight on in some places depending on how long the road is. I guess it's quite hard to describe a node, isn't it? But everything that connects your city together, basically, that's a node. So every single small blue circle is an individual node, and there is a limit to how many you can have in the entire city. In Palaven, during one of the live streams, I actually hit the node count live. And I was like, oh. So, I think we just started building the European downtown as well. We were nowhere near, even remotely close to finishing Palaven. So yeah, we had to go and fix it. But the Extended Managers Library is being developed, which will supposedly remove the node count entirely. So we'll wait and see about that. Okay. So I think I'm going to bring this drive road out again because we're going to want to place some assets here. But yeah, can anyone describe what a node is? It's quite hard to describe, isn't it? How would you describe a node? What would you say it is? Okay, park life assets. So lots of skate parks, basketball courts here. Definitely a skate park over near where all the concrete is. I'll be happy with that there. We could also introduce marinas. Not that this is really a sort of place where you would come to actually get on a boat. It's a little bit short or shallow. But we'll leave it in. It's going to draw people to the area. And then we will go for a basketball court. Yes. A duo? No. Maybe. I don't know. I'm very bad at leaving open green space in Ilos for some reason. I don't know why. Let's get a dog park in as well, because we wanted that as well, don't we? Let's go for a dog park, maybe. I can actually sandwich that on the road and have it back onto the quay, which I'm not massively averse to. Let's keep that in there. I think of a node like a joint, an elbow, or a knee, etc. A vanilla connection point. You appear to have a train issue egg. Do I? Oh, hell yes. Oh, wow. Where has this come from? Hello. Oh, it's this, isn't it? Yes, it's the junction. Very well spotted. I did not even notice that at all. Yes, train's backing up. We'll want to change this rail crossing, won't we? Right, are you backing up because you're too close to the junction, I wonder? Is that actually registered disconnected, that side? It looks like it is. Okay, yeah, I need to do what we did over here. Break the rail line underneath so it's not crossing the road. Let me come to... Does that functionality Network Multi-Tool have the option to sort of disconnect them? Split node mode. No, that's not it. I think it only works the other way, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not union modes node. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's just take the rail out then. How is this now then going to sit? I don't really want to do this right now, so I'm just going to sink it under the road and just take the hate from the rail people. Let's come down to like 6 meters. We'll try and make it somewhat smooth. There you go. And then need to upgrade this into a bridge. Let's Go for force elevation. And oh, this one also wants to be redrawn in now as well, then, doesn't it? Yeah, so the actually, what could be nice here if we get some double rail action running under. Even though I've just said I don't want this. Look at all the people walking. Have they all just come from somewhere? They must have done. Also come from a train. Can I bring this under, I wonder? Let me turn off snap in. Bear with me. This is going to look horrific before it looks good. But just give me a second. And then snapping back on. And then connect. Okay, and then with each of the regular rail nodes, because I'm happy to have the two different rail types, because it's nice to sort of differentiate between, or what I wanted to use it as like industrial and cargo lines, but if that's not going to work, we'll have to sort of rethink the situation. Again, just ignore this rail line. This will be subject to change, but we'll make it at least somewhat acceptable for right now. Oh my word. Not like that though. That is not a good rail line. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we just need to separate the passenger trains from the main network earlier. And then hopefully these trains will just disappear now as we get rid of them. There you go. Yeah, let's just delete the backlog. And hopefully people are just going to come in now. Did not even slightly notice that. It's only deleting the front train, isn't it? But there you go. He's driving away now anyway. That's fine. Very irritating that they're not using the other exit. He says as a train comes and uses the other exit. Oh, right. That's perfect timing, isn't it? That always happens on the streams. Okay, so hopefully that'll fix the issue. We are getting a lot of intercity trains here, though. Oh, another thing I wanted to have a look at was separating out Ilos's internal train network at this point, having a transfer point between intercity and internal train lines within this space. So that's probably going to help out the train traffic as well, to stop sending them all the way down here. Okay. Looks like it's backing up because the train is too long for the station. Is that an issue? Are they not the same length as the vanilla trains? No, they're not. They're like 2 cars longer, aren't they? The intercity trains, they're all trying to drop at this platform. I purposely gave you a dual island platform to avoid, to avoid that issue. I wonder if it is a train length issue. I wonder if it is that. Oh, I've got all the people walking though. Jesus, man, it's so busy. Slow down the railway, it breaks off for the station. They will choose the other direction. What speed are they normally? Like 50? Is that slower? Is that slow? I'm assuming it is. Yeah, 30 miles per hour should be slower than a regular train, right? I've never noticed that before. That's only just started happening. I'm going to have a look at that, because that's going to break the intercity station if this keeps happening. But yeah, like you could just go out the other end and sail off in that direction of the city. See, there's another one coming through now. Yeah, but he's not stopping though. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if it's the station type. There's another one we can switch it out for. That's just Dual Island as well, isn't it? It's the same. That's the same station, that's why. And that's the one with the bypass route. We're not using a bypass station setup, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm not sure why that started to happen. I'm going to have to come and diagnose that in another time. I don't want to spend too much time messing about with train traffic in a detail in stream. But excellent spot, thank you for pointing that out. I would totally have just ignored that if I hadn't seen it. Okay, let's start bringing in some friendlier Ilos trees now. Let's go for some taller, thinner palms. What's happening? Trains are backing up randomly after like 4 episodes time of actually making that build. It's decided that it actually doesn't like those trains anymore. Make each rail length longer off each separate platform. You can't on those types of stations. It's one node at the end that feed into all 3. We're on Juniper Bridge here as well, aren't we? Let's definitely keep the Juniper pattern going. It's a medium tree, isn't it? Excuse me, guys. Just bear with me a second. I'm about to cough. Give me like 2 minutes. It won't be a minute. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, let's get some junipers going. You are not giving them enough buffer of rail coming out of the station. Is that what's causing the issue, is it? Try the glass station, not the hub. Move the station to the right to free up the points, might let them through. There is enough room for them to come out there from the station. Grab these ones. Because yeah, these stations on the end, you can't separate the 3 tracks out. It functions as one sort of platform, if you like, and then they all merge into it. It's weird because this wasn't happening. Like, you guys saw the cinematics. The trains were fine during the Transport Hub episode. I've never noticed that before. If the error... Oh, do you know what? It might be that. That might be what's causing the error when it comes up. Because it would make sense that it goes away when I clear all traffic, right? Did you ever move the station with Move It? No. The only thing that was wrong with the station was the car parks weren't in it when I placed it. Yeah, see, they all want to stop on this platform. That's the issue with it. Okay, so that model train is going out when it's shorter. You know, I think it is a train length issue. I think these train assets are too long to get out of the platform sometimes. That's what's causing it. I think that's what's doing it, right? Because these shorter trains are getting by each other no problem, and then it works. But when it's a big long train that comes in and they can't get past, it's like, oh, we're stuck now. Like, can you search for the tracks that go with the stations and find it, and then extend the tracks? I don't think so, because the train stops at the station node, doesn't it? It doesn't care how long the tracks are. It'll stop where it drops people off, regardless of how long the track is. Look how busy it is, though. Look at that. Look at all the colourful tourists. Yes, please. Welcome to Ilos, everyone. Pure walking porn. So busy. Okay, so look, he just stopped at the middle platform. Now he's stopping as well. Let's just keep an eye on it for a hot minute. I'm sure you guys will enjoy the walking porn anyway. Hey John, welcome to the stream, mate. The inability to separate the tracks is the biggest problem with those content creator stations. It relies on the default vanilla train length and makes it impossible to create separate tracks as well. Yeah, I do agree. I do think it should be 3 separate nodes on the end of the station for each of the tracks. That would make them a lot more flexible. Okay, morning egg. He could turn the tracks into one-ways, forcing them to take a different route. That's a good shout, CityZilla. That is a good shout, to be fair. Seems to be okay. Stopped for a bit now. We're actually not even getting any trains anymore, so we'll see. We'll keep our eye on it anyway. Let's come back over to them all. Okay, so let's keep reaching through our park assets. Wouldn't mind a little sort of larger sports ground in and around this area. Like a baseball field, which I think I'm going to include, and we'll just make this part of the actual park area itself instead of having houses there. And I can probably bring my little road to a close here now as well and factor this into the actual park design itself. So let's bring it down, and then possibilities for some basketball courts to come in as well. It would be both splendid and tremendous if we can sort of duplicate these, but road connections might not allow it. One might actually register as disconnected. I'm not going to go for the back-to-back bleachers this time. I think that's what they're called, right? It should be anyway. That is horrendous. Someone down there to move it. There we go. Wonderful. John Robinson with a $2 Canadian super chat. Here's your lunch money. Yes, please. Yes, please. Thank you so much, John. Really appreciate the support, buddy. And the station has a specific charter style that goes with it. I found it when first testing the DLC. Okay. What, different tracks from the vanilla one? Yeah, because they're like little single track ones, aren't they? They're not like dual. Yeah, that would make sense. Velix Pollux with a really awkward name to read, with a $10 US super chat, enjoying the streams and videos. So many great ideas to use in my own builds. Thank you so much, Velix. I really appreciate the support, lovely. And I'm glad you're able to find some sort of inspiration from the content as well. Okay, so it is very much sort of concrete path that runs around the lakes and into the different sort of facets of the park. So we're going to go with that one. And again, I think now just some lighter park life detailing is going to be more than welcome. Probably gazebos, I imagine. Yeah, stuff like that. We could actually make this a park area. Yeah, some of these as well, like the little playground, some park life will work nicely here. Perhaps a trampoline park under the highway. So be careful you don't bounce too high and actually land on the highway. That would be a bad day out, wouldn't it? Okay, those train track slopes are killing me. I know gaming ages, I'm sorry. Please bear with them. They're not going to stay like that. I know they're horrendous, but they're just there for the time being until we can work on that area. Okay, so I think I'm feeling a repeated pattern to sit with the lake anyway, possibly junipers whilst we're near Juniper Bridge. Is this going to be an appreciated aesthetic? We're about to find out. We'll be some saguaros and palms and sort of desert bushes in and around this area as well, but very much landscaped within the sort of park area itself, right? Let's also bring that walkability around too. Hopefully now that there's assets over the other side of the park, we will actually see people walking back into... Okay, so that error index is appearing again now. Is that tied to the trains? No, there's no trains waiting. It's not a train problem. I don't remember this happening either. Like, I made this... You can see where I made it a bridge. I don't know why it's... why it's jumped up like this. Let me fix this. This is horrendous. And then... Yeah, okay. And you boys should be underground. There we go. Yeah, the Ilos train network is starting to get horrendously messy. There we go. Cool. You guys don't have power? Wonderful. That's an excuse for me to bring in a raw power line. I'll never refuse that. Just saying hi, qualifying in Bahrain is on, so I can't stay. No worries, Harry. I know a few people are watching the F1 today. So you're not alone, mate. You go and enjoy your sport. It's the start of a new season. So thank you for stopping by anyway. I don't know why, but sometimes I put my name in Discord to King Ryan. I'm not sure why either, mate. Kids bonking their heads on the overpass, yes. Yes, they will. how many assets mods using this build. About 100 mods, and so far I've placed about 400 assets, but there's a lot of vanilla assets in here as well. But about 400 and 100 mods so far. Okay. Rural power line makes a massive difference, doesn't it? What a huge quality life improvement that's been to the series, everyone. Those little rural power lines. Enormous fan. Okay. Should we do a little... I'm actually wondering if Eggs's floating garden will actually work better in this lake than it would in the mall. Should we try it? Maybe not there though. Maybe the other side, like here. Yeah, right there. Oh no. There. I think it's better out here, I'm not going to lie. it's a contentious asset, that one, isn't it? Didn't place it in Palavan or Navaria. It's one of the uniques I just don't use. Yeah, cool. Good morning from an auto repair shop in Salt Lake City. I'm going to be broke when they finish up with my minivan. Sorry to hear that, Nathan. Car repairs are never fun, mate. I do hope it's not too expensive for you, dude. That's how vanilla power lines should work. Then page up, turn into bigger pylons. Yes, absolutely, Philip. The sort of wooden rural power pole is such a huge improvement to the base game. Okay, so again, we'll add a little pathway here, so it looks as though people can walk directly into the, well, sort of water cafe, I guess it is, isn't it? Like we know the word to describe it. And then bring those junipers in as well. Yeah, better there. Yeah. It's definitely better here, isn't it? Keep this very brief, but special juniper pattern going. I'd love to get another car parking down here. Can I do it? I think we can, can't I? If we chisel away a big bit of this terrain that the highway is sat on. Oh, I love seeing people come up that really smooth ramp. It's so satisfying. I need to turn that left turn off, don't I? Love left turn off, don't I? Need to do that, which we will. Okay, yeah, let's do another car park here. Border. We will go for 3 units down with a road length and angle. Hopefully this is a multiple of 3. No, you bitch, it isn't. It's a 6. That's fine though. Yes, it is. It is fine. Okay. And just amend these guys so we're not clipping on the road. And there we go. Wonderful. Okay, so this can now become border road all the way around. Again, has to be anti-clockwise. And then just some very small 3 parking lots, or 3 meter curbs anyway. Yeah, that just extends it out a little bit, doesn't it? That's perfect. And then do we want to maybe go sand here? Instead of concrete, just so we're losing a little bit of that grey. And reminding ourselves that we are actually in the Arizona desert. Wayland is wondering with the £5 super chat. Have you ever thought of going through the specs of your PC you use for City Skylines? Might make an interesting shortest video. I leave them listed in the video descriptions. I think a video might be a little bit, I don't know. Never been asked for it, so I'm assuming people don't want it. Why is there a street light there? Oh, because it's part. I need to bob that away. Leave. There we go. Actually, does that darken them at night? No, it's okay. Yeah, I've never really been asked for a video like that, to be fair, so I've never really done it. But thank you for the super chat, Waylanders. Appreciate the support, buddy. Again, we'll do these sort of... Why have you done that? It's definitely a terrain problem. Or is it? Why are you hiding from me, tiny little curb? Very strange. Let me try and do this with move it instead then. Are we happy there? Oh, is it because... No. That's really weird. Let me just tear that out. It's like sinking underground. I've never seen it do that before. That is very weird. Let's come back in and grab the drive road again. No, border is what we want. Okay. Let's try it one more time. If not, we'll just have to go with another design. Not entirely sure why it's behaving like that. And again, you just want to come out. It's snapping onto something. How very weird. Yeah, increase the height on the end of the node. You can't with these curbs. They're not like elevatable networks. They're just curbs. But it seems to want to stop working there for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. So I'm just going to end the car park. There, and then maybe stick in... That's the edge of the border, isn't it? Oh, this car park is very awkward. Why is it being like this? Hold on, let me just start this whole process again. No, you can't page up on them. I just tried it, it didn't work. With that page up and page down. I guess you could use move it for it, right? Yeah, you could use move it, I suppose. Let me try ones without spaces. Let's go for one more and then a disabled. It's been awkward on that corner node as well. Okay, I'm just going to manually drop it in. There we go. And then just remove the clip in there. Cool. Yeah, let me see if those little curve networks, they must be affected by move it, surely. Yeah. Weird. I've never had them behave like that. That's really weird. I think there's something wrong with the terrain here, because look how the car parks are sat. I think it's a terrain issue. Because we're close to a different elevation point, but it's fine. It's in now. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we'll do some little curb markings at either end. Let's go for the grass ones, actually. Or sand in this case. Perhaps turn the parking lot 90 degrees. Yeah, it might sit better this way, mightn't it? Yeah, that's a good shout. Probably the most amount of time I've ever spent on a single bloody car park. Car parks are my least favourite thing in City. Oh, they're one of my favourites. I love building these. The vanilla game is absolutely screaming for this mod. Okay, let's do a little 3 deep one. And then 6, right? And then this has to be anti-clockwise, and this should just connect in again with drive roads. Which it does. Fantastic. There we go. Yeah, definitely the elevation that was messing with it there. So there you go. Big parking lots is not massively friendly to any slight change in elevation, otherwise your curbs will start misbehaving. But that was a good shout. A lot of 90-degree rotation still gives us the aesthetic, and everyone's going to be happy. I also need to remember to stop gravitating always to kind of regular parking like this. We do have multi-story options available now as well. Although a multi-story would be very out of place here, but you get my point, right? Okay, if you search the train station track, Ground Jewel Island, add these to both ends of the station, unlock the segment, and then use no code to change it offset of nodes. I'll do that off stream, Eggsy. I'm not messing about with that now, mate. Let's grab the trees off of this car park with Move It. No props as well. Now we just use the same designs whilst we're in sort of the same area. If I just happen to make that the same size, looks like I have. Boom. Yeah, that's happy enough, isn't it? I think I need to be making the key more walkable, because it'd be very nice if people would actually use it. Stuff like that. Why not smoothen the terrain? Because it's already in a really awkward position where it's elevating up onto the elevated highway road. Let me turn off that right turn, because that's really irritating. Traffic manager. No left turn, just straight on. Cool, yeah, then they'll go down there. Okay, so I think this has been a fairly little sensible addition into the front of the mall. I'm still very unsold on this floating garden. We'll have to wait and see about that. Start bringing in some kind of more deserty overgrowth now. Start moving away from those sort of artificial grasses and greens and whatnot. Start moving a little bit more sort of natural now. Let's turn that brush strength down too. If you click copy on the error, it puts the stack trace into your clipboard. It usually has the name of the mod. Someone did comment that, and I tried it. I copied the sort of error code and then put it into Notepad, and it didn't give me a name of a mod. It was just the exact same error code, but in Notepad instead. Someone said that would also sort of give you the answer, which it didn't. So the search goes on. Yeah, palms here now as well. Definitely some rocks too, won't go amiss, right? Sort of vibe everywhere. Okay. What on earth is, is that train all? Oh yeah, yes, we've had some train problems today, EMB. Please ignore all of the rail line in this area. It will change. We were just getting some train traffic, so we've extended the line down, which seems to have fixed the problem now. It's not happening anymore. But the train line has stuck a battering as a result. But it's obviously not there. Okay, cafe in a Thunderbox at the car park. Absolutely, Brad. Always down for a visit to the Thunderbox. Let's go and grab a cafe. Again, there's a lovely little 2x2 space there, isn't there? Where a Park Life cafe can squeeze in. And a Thunderbox next door. Let's paint these out with sand as well. I feel like I'm possibly on board with some eateries next to the cafe as well, or some outdoor eating space rather, not separate eateries. I think we've got the vibe for it. We'll have to wait and see. It might look a little bit weird against a main road like this, but we'll find out together. Can't believe I forgot about the Thunderbox. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? It was a good stream, that one, when we came across the Thunderbox. Do we have to name this one as well? Might as well, haven't we? We'll call it Brad's Thunderbox, okay? So if the Aussies ever want to claim a toilet in the series, and they can, we'll make that like an Aussie exclusive perk. So if you are an Aussie and you are watching the series and would like a toilet named after you, then let me know. Yeah, a little bit of farm fencing. Wouldn't be a live stream without some fencing, right? Yes, please, everyone. Not all the way down though. Let's make it like a little sort of garden here. Cool. Let's go with some props and tables and such. Let's go for custom assets. Oh, I downloaded I downloaded these as well. Egg statues. We've got a golden egg and the statue de Louvre, which is French for egg, right? They're pretty cool, aren't they? So we can use these in our parks. So actually, you bring the golden egg in here today. Well, people say I'm full of shit. I'm sure you're not, Brad. I'm sure you're not. You could also argue that you're essential as well, right? Should we get the golden egg in? I think it's kind of false in it, but it's a bit of a meme, isn't it? Maybe over here. Can we clear out some trees? And maybe give it like some dedicated walking pathways either side so it's not quite as awkward. Let's go for no angle snap here. Yeah, just a little network either side of it so it doesn't look quite as just naked and exposed by itself. Do you actually want part pathway to do that though? I think you probably do, don't you? Part pathway is possibly the more appropriate choice. Just make sure we're not merging with the texture at the bottom of the asset there. I'm guessing that can't be painted over, that'll be a tile, won't it? Yes it is, okay, that's fine though. Maybe a little bit of commercial in here as well, like a little fast food shop, maybe like an Applebee's. Would you get an Applebee's here, next to a park? Or would it more likely be sort of like a Dunkin' Donuts? Or... doesn't have to be fast food, could be something else. Gas station maybe? I think that serves a purpose, right? I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. Interesting. This is threatening to back up. We'll have to keep our eye on this road here. I'll tell you what, I know what will relieve a lot of this pressure is adding in another junction onto the diagonal slip. I bet that siphons off a lot of people. Let's do that now and just see. Again, how do we want to come down here? Let's see. I think we'll come and connect into here. Okay. Want to angle as well. Get no controller. Sort out that. And then a little bit of slope as well. With the multi-tool, we go from there and slope, and then we'll come into a 2-lane, possibly 3-lane, one-way road at the bottom. Actually, what do we do with the other one? Because this one's working perfectly. He says it has traffic set on it. Let's go for there. Let's just see if anyone starts to prefer these new routes through town now. Are the car park rows level? Yeah. Yeah, they're level. I'm assuming you mean these ones, right? We had trouble with that one over there, but it's finished now. I'm not sure if you're behind on the stream start. You could be. I'm not sure what part you're watching. Okay, let's go for Some more softening again. And then it would be very fun if we could upgrade this into bridge so it doesn't look like that. There we go. And then again, we will grab our little slip roads and start to ascend up towards the road. So again, wonderful. And hopefully a little connection straight down into here is going to be great. And then we can do some node controller yet again to straighten everyone off. Could start getting involved with some spicy intersection markings here, which I might do, because I kind of love just arsing about with that mod. We'll see. Cool. And then another connection in there. And you basically don't really need to be here right now, do you? Okay, so let's decorate this up now. We've developed a new junction off a diagonal road. Pump some rocks. Java start with a $10 Canadian super chat again. Would it be possible to change the outdoor mall name back to the Roy Keane Mall? I think the trains are backing up because the tourists thought they were coming to the Roy Keane Mall and are now confused. If you want Java, yeah, that's totally your call, dude. That wasn't an apology for me missing your super chat last week, but yeah, if you want it to be, if you want it to be the Roy Keane Mall, then I'm absolutely happy for that. But it's yours to name Java, so whatever you want, mate, just let me know. But thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it. Stick a light here as well so we lose the junction. So really interested to see how much less busy this road gets now. Now it has that. There's already people coming down to use it anyway. Let's soften everything out too. Something like that. Probably a lot of these boys will be too large, won't they? Yes, they are. Isn't there like a small version of these though? Yes, there is. Let's go for these. Some around there. Maybe some bigger ones over on the opposite side of the highway, maybe. And then lots and lots of cactus and brown grasses here. All of our favourites, right? No apologies necessary to make the change. It's done, Java. Thank you, mate. Java, you're Canadian, right? I mean, obviously he's super chatting Canadian dollars. Do you know who Roy Keane is? I don't think football/soccer is really that big in Canada, is it? Be surprised if you knew who Roy Keane was. Unless you're already kind of a football fan. I guess that would be an excuse, right? Perhaps get some leafier trees in here as well, alongside the palms and the saguaros. Where are we? These ones. A couple little pine bushes as well. I do love decorating these little on and off ramp systems that we've got coming out like this. I think almost as well we want some perhaps broken nature as a fence, maybe where the car has come off the road, we'll leave a little hole in the fence. Maybe where someone did crash through and come off onto the road below. We'll see. I need to set term restrictions on that junction. On this one, or the secondary one. Stop people joining just across. I'm not sure what you're referring to, John. I didn't know soccer very well, but it's getting bigger in Canada. Okay, that makes sense. Anyone able to tell me how long this has been up for? We've been live for 2 hours and 25 minutes, Neil. Okay, this is a little cute little personalised area now, isn't it? These walking pathways are getting so much use alongside the main road. What, so are people joining just to cross over, are they? Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, let's set up the turns here. Yeah, no left turn. Is that what you were talking about? Slip road? Already joining the highway? I think that's what you're meaning. They were taking this turn here just to come back around, were they? They seem to have stopped that now. Okay. I don't think United have ever properly replaced Keane. No, we've not, mate. We've not. We are in dire need of a holding midfielder. Okay, one more thing I wanted to do was to give in the elevated walking pathway, wasn't it? Back into between the metro. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe a tunnel might be better here. Yeah, it probably is, because if we come up by 6 meters, which is like the minimum for it to look realistic anyway, we've then got to like spiral all the way down here, which might not look too bad actually. That might be a really nice sort of design. Or am I taking the piss? I'm not sure. We'll try it together. Let's find out. So if we can come up by 9 units, let's just go for a small curve here, shall we? And then again, this will look horrendous before it looks good. So spare me a second. Yep, and then a little 2 unit curve. Come back down. Ooh, actually yes, there is a nice idea here. Can I keep you elevated? Is that crap, or is that okay? Is it a bit too over the top? I'm not entirely sure. Let's remove the juniper that's clipping through it as well. I don't know. Undecided on that one. I'll let the live chat choose with that one. Casino with the $5 super chat. Such a fantastic city developing. Thank you so much, Casino. Really appreciate that, mate, and thank you for the support. I'm glad you of all people are enjoying Ilos, the city's master. That's important, right? I think it'll be dependent on how busy it actually is, isn't it? I think if it doesn't really get that much use, it's going to be a little bit of kind of a wet blanket, but I think we'll be okay. Let's leave it connected in and wait for a new metro car to pull up. In a place like this, I'd expect tunnel. That's what I was initially thinking. A&B tunnel would be more sensible, but I'm a bitch for an elevated pathway, so welcome to the stream. Just because I love seeing them walk. But yes, I agree, a tunnel would be much more appropriate here. Better if it was a zoo path. I'm not sure it would. I feel like I'd be forcing it again. Ooh. No, don't do that. Would it be better with a zoo path? I kind of prefer the vanilla bridge, to be fair. I think I prefer the regular vanilla one. It's just quite minimalistic and a little bit understated. I don't like this though. This has to be curved. Let's re-amend that, and then we can hopefully bring some sort of decoration around this pedestrian way. Yeah, so hook in there. Imagine seeing that ramp after a long day. It's over the top, yes. Pun intended. It's not too steep, is it? It's definitely acceptable. Just high. You are gaining quite a bit of height there. I think we definitely want some sort of safety barrier here too, because technically these cars could just rear off and land in the park and kill several people. So let's see what we've got in terms of the way of the sound barrier, which we know we have used before. Standard sound barrier. Is this what we're here for? Oh, that's really cute. Look at that. It's got like artwork on it. That's like preset highway art. I'll have a bit of that. Yeah, okay then, so from here we will just set up a tiny little... Oh, I don't like the way the terrain's behaving here. Can we drag that out? Yes, there we go. It's just a very tiny amendment. Cool. Yeah, and then same here as well, up until where the bridge starts, just so that highway is looking perhaps a little more secure. Okay. Might also bring a pathway that comes under. Just to totally void out this enormous curve that we spent the last 20 minutes talking about. Okay, let's leave it in. I'm going to leave it. I like it. And if you don't like it, then please feel free to leave a dislike as well. Equally as much if you do like the elevated pathway, then please feel free to leave a like. Okay, general overgrowth and whatnot around here now. Let's also make sure that we reintroduce that sort of desert palette over onto this side of the highway as well, as we come onto the slip road. Fantastic. And then lots and lots of this. Don't forget the brown grasses too. We've got 164 people here. Thank you for hanging out during the Saturday stream, guys. Some of these as well. And that should be okay. Maybe a little bit of this. Cool. I love the layer of height that it adds. That's my bag, that. I love it. It's very good. Okay. Very nice. We've got a little bit more plopping to do as well. This suburb isn't quite finished. So we'll fill in the spaces that we've got remaining. Again, we will search for residential. I've got a couple of these King Leonard ranch houses as well. I'm not totally against these being in here, I guess. And yeah, lots of these. I would like to do like a repeated neighborhood of these sorts of houses. I don't know if you really get these out in Arizona though. Are these colonials? I've absolutely no idea on like infrastructure and architecture and stuff. Maybe someone who lives in a colonial can let me know. Let's go for another four deep one if we can. Some of these delete the initial tree line. And then again, the suburb just wants to be made walkable now in certain places. Definitely up this side of the cul-de-sac. And it would be nice if we could have a little connection that just comes through the fence. Yeah, so they can get into the park that way if they want. Okay. One of your overgrowth landed on the subway track, did it? Yes, Ivan. I know who said that. Modded. Yes, modded. Wait, did it? No. No, we're good, right? Or is it over here? Yeah, okay. There's the shadow with the palm, if that's what you mean. I think we're okay. Yeah, there's none there. Just want to say hi. I miss streaming, but I watched F1. Yeah, no worries, Ivan. Yes, a few people have been me off to watch the F1 today. Totally acceptable. It's, I'd totally been you guys off at the start of a new football season. So it works both ways. I get it. Okay. Let's go for... I do like the little hedges that come on the European suburbia ones. So we don't get too much hate for using European assets in an American city. Sorry, it was a shadow. No worries. How many episodes until you build the downtown? Oh, good question. That's a good question. I don't know. It's not in my mind anytime soon, so... Oh, these aren't working nicely sat here, are they? Let's see if we can find something else. 5 to 10 episodes, maybe. Something like that. Did you see the Wales versus Italy results? I'm not a rugby fan, Sophie, so no. I'm assuming you're talking about rugby anyway. No, not into rugby at all, so wouldn't know. This is a little bit dodgy as well, isn't it? There is kind of sand spilling into the baseball field. Let's see if we can terraform that away. Very nearly, although it's just going to want 0.4 to touch, isn't it? There we go. Perfect. We also want to paint the underneath of the baseball field with Service Painter to get rid of the grass sprites. Cool. Alright. This has been a fun little suburb build, this one. I've enjoyed it. Touch more plopping to do. There's some fairly open spaces still knocking about. Go ahead and throw in the occasional American Eclectic just because I can't help myself. Slowly but surely destroy the frame rate. Are there any houses we're neglecting in the 2 deep pool, I wonder? Possibly. Stuff like that with a pool on it's pretty nice. And they've got solar panels on as well, which is very appropriate for my desert. Alright. Have a little nighttime view with the new suburb now. I love the little egg statue. That stands out really nicely in the little kind of family park that's been developed here. Okay. I think it's pretty cute, isn't it? It's okay. 5 to 10, it would be very good. I was expecting more. Well, 10 episodes would take us to part 25. Which is... It's 10 weeks away, isn't it? It's like 2 months away. So it's still a while. But yeah, it's soon. I have to also bear in mind that I'm very quickly burning through my node count. And there's a strong possibility that Ilos will hit the node count. So I need to get the downtown done before that happens. Which is a little bit of a trade-off between me being a tease and actually building the downtown. Golden Egg Lake. Yeah, I think we'll name this district. I'm going to name this one after me. Because it's got the golden egg. Yeah, we'll go for Golden Egg Lake. It's a decent little name for it, isn't it? It's very cute though, I do like it. Golden Egg Lake. Cool. Oh yes, let's not forget Cycle Highway. The cycle network is here as well. Let's not forget to bring this in. Cycling could be very powerful over here. Okay, let's just bring you straight over and then we'll worry about node heights at the end. And power lines and whatnot, just at least get it over this direction. So yeah, we'll do... So the cycle highway will carry on, but we can have a junction that comes off and down here for this metro station. Okay. What mod do you use for plopping the globals? So this mod here is Find It. Okay, this will allow you to break down all of your assets by network, trees, unique, zoning, props, Rico, decals, and globals and Ricos. And then to place global buildings like any, like this level 3 residential building, and to have it stay and remain and not level up is called plop the growables. So Find It and plop the growables is what you need to play like that, where you can plop all your buildings. You can also use Rico to do it as well, but I find plop the growables a little more simplified than using Ricos, but I do use Rico for certain things, like commercial spaces and stuff. Okay, I think I'm not going to connect this into the metro. I think what I'm going to do instead is actually bring it down and across on a curve into, or under the bridge, basically. That should give us sort of vibe that I'm thinking of in my head. Yeah, so we want to just cross over there. That should be enough height. Yes, plenty. And this can then come under the metro. God, Anarchy is amazing, man. Being able to work with all these little intricate layers and different areas. It's great. I love it. Thanks, Rico didn't work for me. I had issues using Rico the first time as well. Robert, back on the first season of 5B actually, because those guys were using Rico and I was really used to Pot the Growables. I was just like, please can I install Pot the Growables? That's not how to use this mod. But it's alright once you get your head around it. It's pretty similar. Rico just balances sort of the game's buildings into the economy a little bit more realistically, I find. If that's something you care about. Okay, so I would love to see how many people cycle over here now that it's hooked in. We will find out. But these nodes need to be accounted for. Let's bring everyone down to the same height as the metro. Wonderful. Are you slightly dipped? Let's bend that out a bit. Cool. Lots of parallel transport infrastructure coming in now. Things that we love to see. Okay. Got 181 people here as well. Thank you for hanging out on the stream, guys. If you have enjoyed it today, a like helps me. And if you really love me, come back and leave me a comment on the VOD once the stream finishes as well. That helps me too. Oh, look at that walking action now. That's so nice. That was a good call. Couple people cycling. It would be a good shout to actually feed it off into this section now at least. Over into the big box corner. We'll see. A little bit of free. There's no traffic light there. There should be. Need to set a time traffic light up there as well. I think I'm pretty happy with that though. We've been live for coming up to 3 hours, so we'll call it there. There's not much else to do around this build now. Let's get a nighttime view and we'll say goodbye and we'll go and chuck someone a host as well. I think I know who I'm hosting today. And does that say night cycle on? Make sure it is. There you go. Okay. So thank you for watching the stream, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Really cool little unique builds today. A very small, what's it called? Enclosed? Gated. A very small gated community with a little family park using some different assets and car park designs. I hope you enjoyed it, and of course lots more public transport infrastructure today as well, with the diagonal road extending and metro, bicycles, everything that we love. Yeah, it's coming together. We're going to chuck a host over to a YouTuber called CityZilla today, who has actually been in the live chat with us. So he's a pretty small content creator at the minute. He's only got 4K subs, but he's making some really nice videos, especially his airport with the airports DLC was like top draw. So let's go ahead and throw that into the live chat. Go and spam hello people on his most recent video, feed his algorithm for him, and if you like him, then give him a sub. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. All the regulars, Jennifer, as always, Fabrizio, Modded, Eggsy, Sagan, Chicken Club, Knight Rider, Brad. Thank you for staying up so late, Brad. How are you still awake, dude? Go to sleep. Nice chill stream. You can host on YouTube. Not really. It's kind of just sending all you guys to click the link. It's not like a Twitch host, but same sort of vibes. Yes, and for everyone else, I really appreciate it, guys. As always, Noobs Guide will be out on Monday, and we're going to start streaming stuff like Foundation City State 2 again, probably from next week. So more live streams for you guys, but probably not Cities live streams. But I do want to start a new Cities live stream series as well. On Prussian Peaks, I think we're going to do something with. Alright, cool. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. Really appreciate it, and I'll speak to you all soon. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend, and have a safe one. Bye-bye.